Welcome to this section. Here is going to be all about navigating trade view. How to navigate trade view, because without trade view you can't actually do your analysis. So that's majorly where you carry out your technical analysis before you now talk of how to use your chart. So the first thing to do is we have two ways you can use trading view. First is either you are using the web version, just like what I'm doing now, or you are making use of the app with your phone. So if you have your phone, it's always very easier. You go to Play Store, like I said here, before you enter into the TradeView website. You can either use this URL www.tradingview.com/chart slash. You just type it directly on your browser, and then it will carry you directly to the trading view chart, just like what I have here now. Or if you are using your phone, just go straight to your Play Store if you are using Android, or your Apple Store if you are using iPhone. Then you search for trade view app. It will bring it out for you. Then you download it. So now when you open it, whether on your phone or on your browser, this is how the interface looks like. Is how everything looks. Now, how do you navigate TradeView? First of all, let's start with where to get the pairs, where you can see where the pairs are written. If you come here, you can see where my arrow is pointing. You will see a search button. You're going to see a search button here. But first of all, TradingView is free. But there are things that you might want to use on TradeView. It will prompt you to subscribe or start creating accounts. For example, if you have plenty tools here and you want to be making use of all of them, at a point TradingView might just tell you to sign up with your Google account. Yes. But normally, if you are not doing something much, you can just go to the website, type in the website URL, and then it will just open for you and you can just start analyzing. Now, here is the search button. You can see what is written here is gold. XAUUS, that's gold. So this search button is where you can type in any of the pair you are looking for. If I click on it now, you can see it has opened. Symbol search simply means search for whatever you are looking for. So let me type another thing now. Let me type Euro GBP. Okay, let me type Euro USD. Euro USD. I've typed it. Now when I type this thing, you can see we have everything you are seeing here, they are all Euro USD. They are all Euro USD, but different brokers. Different brokers. We know that brokers are different because of their spread. So me majorly, what I use is Wanda or FXCM. Wanda or FXCM. So immediately I type in my pair that I want to analyze. I come down, I search for Wanda. It's always the first or second. I search Rwanda. That's my favorite. That's what I like using. So if you don't like using Rwanda, you can choose another broker, maybe FXCM. That's my second choice. Or you choose capital.com or you choose Pepperstone, anyone. But what I use majorly is Rwanda or FXCM. In fact, to be precise, I use Rwanda. So I click on it. So once you click on it, you can see you're already on Euro USD charts. This is Euro USD chart. You have already changed it. So that's where you change your pairs. That's where you look for pairs to analyze. Even if you're looking for stock, that's where you click on, you type it, and then you choose whatever it is you want to choose. Now, beside here, you can see time frames. We have 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45, and so. This is where you choose to change your time frame. For example, I'm on the 4-hour time frame now. If I want to switch to 1 hour and see how the chart looks like, I will just click on 1 hour. You can see it has changed. And the more you go lower, the more noisier it becomes. It becomes a lot more larger. Now this is my 1 hour. I have changed it. Now You can see all these time frames are listed here very easily because I've already favorized them. When you favorite a particular thing, it will come and be showing on the chart so that you can easily pick them. So how do I favorite my time frame? If you come here, can you see this sign here? This particular toggle down. When you click on it, you can see this is where you get your times. You can see these ones I tick yellow, 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 yellow. I already favorite them. And that's why I can easily see them appear here. That's why they are appearing here. If you did not favorite here, it cannot appear here. So each time you want to check for a time, you must actually come here. Let me go again. This is where you click and then you scroll and check whatever time frame. Okay, let me say I want to favorite. Let me click on 3 minutes. This is 3 minutes here. You can see once your arrow or your hand is on the 3 minutes, you can see the sign, the star sign by the side is already there. Once you click on the star sign, it will turn to yellow and favorite. Now you can see 3 minutes have already shown on my chart. So that's how to favorite and get your favorite times to be displaying so that you don't just come here every time and be searching for time frames. So that's all about time frame. Then can you see here this particular place? This when you click on it, when your arrow is on it, it will be showing candles, which means your chart is displaying candles. If you want to change it to another style, most of the time I switch to lines so that I can see the chart clearly if I'm actually looking at something. When you click on lines, it will show like this. For people who are still learning liquidity, price formation, they want to see exactly how the shape looks like. It is always good to use lines so that you can see them clearly. So that's how to change to line chart if you want to see the shapes of the chart pattern very clear. Let me go back again. This is it. This is it. Click on it. If I want to switch back to my candles, I will switch back to my candles. And that's it. Then the next thing is indicators. I don't use indicators, but should in case you want to add indicators to your chart, they are mostly paid. So you have to be using paid version or you sign up with a Google account before you can be able to add indicators. But if you want to add indicators, you can see where it is written here. Once you click on it, it will open and you type in the type of indicator you want to add. Once you type it here, it will show and then it will be added. That's all. The next here is replay. Here is replay. A replay is what you use to do your back test if you want the chart to stop at a particular point. For example, if it is here, you want the chart to stop, and then you don't want to be seeing all these ones here, but only here. That's what you will use. But it is a paid version. You can see it's already prompting me to pay. So it's a paid version. Once you subscribe, you can be able to use replay. But here is a free version. I'm not subscribed, so I can't actually replay. Then the next thing is okay, when you come down to your chart, both on your phone and your system, here you can see what you can see something here. You can see the minus, you can see the plus, you can see the less than, greater than. You can see this one is telling you to zoom out. The minus says zoom out. The plus says zoom in. And this sign says scroll to the left. And this one says scroll to the right. And this one is for you to reset your chart. Yeah. Now, if I click on the minus, you can see the chart will be zooming in. I hope you can see what the chart is doing. It's simply, okay, it's simply zooming in. It's becoming smaller. And if I click on plus, the chart will expand. So that's how to expand your chart and see clearly. You can see, that is it. Now, if I click on here, it will be scrolling left. but it will be doing slow slow. Instead of using this, you can easily do like this. Use your hands, your arrows to scroll left or right. So that's how to use the ones. Now the next one is you can see this button here, these two arrows. This one is to undo and this one is to do. For example, let me say I wrote something, then I want to undo this thing. I don't want to see it again. I want to undo. Once you click on it, it is gone. If I want it to appear again, you click on do, it will come back. But I don't need it. So I'm deleting. So that's by the way. Then let's go to tools. We have the tools we use to work on trade bills. The tools you use to work, tools you use in analyzing. Now when you come to this side, these are your tools. And when you click on each and every one of them, it will expand and give you more numbers of tools. But it's not everything you will use. But the most important ones are the ones I'm going to be showing you so that you'll be able to use them for your analysis. Now, this is the first one. You can see the first one here. We have something like a small arrow by the side that you can click so that it will expand. So once I click here, it's already expanded. You can see we have trend line, ray, info line, extended line, trend angle. They are just plenty like that. And as you can see, I favorite only three from here: my trend line, my horizontal line, and my vertical line. Don't forget about what I said about favoriting. When you favorite, what you favorite will come and be showing very close to your chart. That's why you are seeing these ones here. These ones you are seeing here. I favorite them and that's why I can easily pick them once I'm analyzing. So I don't need to be coming here again. You can see, let me remove this. Let me undo it again. My trend line is no more showing here. But once I come here and favorite, it will appear again. That's why it appeared here again. So that's how to pick your tools. This is the second one. I only favorite Fibonacci. Fibonacci is something you use to check out for your entry levels, but that is a pro level as a technical analyst. As a beginner, there are not things you should concentrate on. It is not all the tools that you'll be using, just the few important ones are the ones you should be thinking of. So as you advance and learn more, you get more conversant with other premium tools. Now, when you come down again, you can see this. When you click on this, the third one, you can see long position, short position. You can see they are the two I favorite. The long position, this is it here. This is my long position here. And this is my short position. Now I favorite them. That's why I can see them here. On your phone, if you want to favorite anything, you simply long press and it will favorite and appear on your screen. And then once they are appearing like this, you can see here this particular place that has box and is showing my hand. Once you click on it, it will be dragging. You can just place it anywhere you like. So it is not covering your work. So I choose to place mine here. So now this one here is ruler measurements. You can see T is for text so that you can write. This one is your brush. I don't use brush sometimes. This one is for zooming. I've already explained it here. This one is for delete in case you want to delete anything. So now if you click on text, you will see other things again. When you click on each, you can see sub other categories. So now that's how to basically use your tools. They are the things you are finding. They are the things you can see here. Once you click on each, you will see other ones there. But the most important ones, as someone that is coming up, is your long position for you to map out your buy. your sell position for you to map out your sell, your trend line for you to make lines. I'm going to explain that later. This is vertical line if you want to demarcate your chart, and this is horizontal line if you want to demarcate horizontally. Now this is pathway if you want to draw zigs. Okay, let me just be doing them one after the other. This is horizontal line. When you click it and tap on your screen, this is what it will show. So let me assume I'm expecting markets to come to a particular level before I enter. I will just bring my horizontal line and place it there. If I want market to get here before I enter, I will simply come and place it here. And then each time I come to the market, I'll be watching if market has started. So if market starts this line, I will know, okay, oh, I am ready. So this horizontal line is what I am using to watch the market. So if you click on it again, something like this will appear. You can just delete. If you want to change the color, you can see here mine is yellow, but you can actually come and change your color here to another color. Then if you click on it again, you have somewhere to write something. Look at it here. You want to write, let me say 1 hour watch, 1 hour watching. You can see it. If I want to change my text to yellow, it has already switched to yellow. So that's how to use the horizontal line. Let's delete. Then if you want to change the style, you can see here line tools. If I click on it, the boldness will increase. If I click on 4, the boldness will increase. But I choose 2 so that it's not too big. So now let's delete. The same thing with horizontal line. This is my vertical line, sorry. When you click on it, tap on your screen, it will show. You can see it's for demarcation. You want to, like, if I'm backtesting and I don't want to use a premium version, I can just use my vertical line. Once I place my line here, I will tell myself anything happening here again is none of my business. What I want to work with is anything from here to here. So that's how I use my vertical line, just for demarcation and to take note of some things on the chart. If you click on it again, you can actually write. You can see it's telling you to write here. That's where you can write so that you know the reason why you placed it on the chart. Now let's delete. This one is a rectangle. This is a rectangle. Now to use the rectangle, that's what you use to draw out your zone. Let me assume I want to draw out a zone here. Your rectangle is what you will use. Don't forget, where did we pick our rectangle? This is my first two here. Rectangle is not here. You search for another one. Rectangle is not here. When you click on text, rectangle is not there. When I click on forecasting and measurements, okay, measurement tools, you can see it's not there. You have to keep looking for it. When I click on this emoji, you can see we have several emojis you can use to beautify your charts. Sorry. Okay, we are looking for rectangle. Where to pick our rectangle? Now, if I click on, you can see you have to check each of them to be sure of the two you are looking for. This is the brush. If you click on this brush icon here, it will list out the remaining ones for you. Now, this is where our rectangle is. Under shapes, you will find your rectangle. You will find your circle, things that you can easily use to make shapes on your chart. Yeah, but the important ones are the ones I favorite and they appear here. So if I want to use my rectangle, that's what I use in drawing. That's what you can use to draw your zones. Click on it, come to your chart, tap on it and expand. That's why you see things like this appear on your chart. And once you tap on it, you will see other elements appear. You can change your color, you can change the text, you can change anything, you can change the size. So my color is white, that's why it is showing white. If I click here now to change color to color orange, you can see the edges is changing to color. If I want to change this one to orange, you can see it has changed to orange, but what I want is color white. So that's why I keep it at color white. So that's it. That's how to use your that's how to use a rectangle. Then the next thing is pathway. This is pathway. You can still find it here. When you click on your brush, don't forget, where is our brush again? But basically when you come here, you have to search for it. But I advise once you are seeing them, you start favoriting so that you don't keep coming back here and be searching and be wasting time. So you have to be here so that you can favorite them. Now this is my pathway. That's what you use to draw things like this. Once you draw, you tap, you draw, you tap, you draw, you tap. And once you are done drawing, you double tap, and that's all. It will stay. And if you click on it, you can carry it and put anywhere. So that's pathway to draw several lines. You can change your color, you can change the size, you can also delete. The next one is your arrow. You click on it, you draw. Your arrow has been drawn. If you click on it again, you can see where it's telling you to write text. When you click on it, you can easily write text. So let's delete. Next one is arrow marker. The same thing as arrow. It depends on what you like. Once I click on it, it will draw arrow for me. That's how to get it. And you can change the color here. You can change the color. You can change the text. If I click on it, I can drag it to anywhere. So that's it. And I can also delete. The next one is fib retracement. Like I said, it's not for beginners or it's an advanced tool here. This one is circle. Once you click on it, you can circle something. Let me assume you want to point out a turning point. You can just use it to mark. So you will know that, okay, oh, there is something I'm actually watching here. That's why I kept my circle here. You can change the color, you can change the text, you can delete. The next one is text. If you click on T, it will come like this and you can start writing. You can start writing. And you can change your color, you can change the size. Once I click on 22, the size will reduce. You can also delete. The next one is your long position. Long position is to buy. For example, let me say I'm looking for a buy. I'm looking for a buy. So first of all, we have to draw out our zone. I'll bring my rectangle. Let's say I want to buy here. I'll place my rectangle for a buy. Then I'll look for long position. You can see it. Long position. Click on it. Then you come. At the beginning of your rectangle is your entry, and your XL, you drag it back to the end of the rectangle and a little pips below. That's how to use your long position. And then this is your TP. Your TP remains where you analyzed where your TP should be. But once you are dragging it, it's going after you. You place it where your TP should be. So that's how to use long position. And why are we using it? It helps you to estimate your risk reward ratio. You can see it has two colors. You can also change your colors, but my color is color red and color green. Color green means the profit side, and the red means the risk. It's simply helping you to estimate how much you are risking and how much you should be expecting from the market when you enter. You can see once you click on it, it will it will highlight. You can see down here, you can see stop. You can see stop. That's the stop loss. And here you can see 15.4. 15.4. That is the pips. It's telling you that this particular zone, the pips is 15.4. And if you want to convert it to dollars, 10 pips is $1. If you are using the 0.01 lot size, which is the smallest lot size. So this 15.4 now is telling you are going to be risking $1.5 if you are using 0.01 smallest lot. Then the ratio of the profit is 86.1. You can see here risk reward ratio is 5.55, which means the risk here is 15.4 pips. Now the estimated profit you will make if market goes your way is 15.4 times 5.59. 15.4 times 5, that is what is estimated here, and that's why we have 86.1 pips here. So it's more like the size of this risk. How many can you see in this profit area? That is why it is estimating risk reward ratio for you. So the risk reward ratio for you is 5.5. So for every $1.5 you spent, it is times 5 that you'll be getting. That is what it means. So it helps you to calculate your risk very well and don't just take random risk. The same thing applicable to your short position for a sell. You can delete as well. So for a sell, you bring your rectangle again. Let's say we have a sell here. Then you bring your short. For a sell, it is called short. And then this is the beginning of your rectangle. That's where your entry is. And then your XL is the end of the rectangle. Then a few pips above. Then you adjust it well for aesthetic purpose. Then your profits remains where you analyze to take your profits. If you want 3RR, as you are extending it, the number is changing. If it's 3RR that you want, once the number reads 3RR, you stop. You can see here, mine has already read 3RR. This is it, 3.01, which is just 3RR. So as you're extending it, it will be increasing. If you just want to take 3RR, you just use it and make sure your 3RR. So the same thing applicable, just like I explained long position. It is estimating your risk to reward ratio. Now this is the red aspect. This is your stop loss. And what are we saying? 24.2 pips, which means you are risking $2.4 on this trade. And how much are you making in return? 72.8 pips, which is times 3. You are making times 3 of your risk. That is what it means. And I think I've touched the vital basics of this trading view. Every other thing you need to know will definitely come as you advance and as you learn more. But this is basically how to use your trading view efficiently for analysis. So if there is any other question, do well to use the support channel. See you in the next video.